and gentlemen, history is a story told over time. It's more than just memorizing the names, events, and dates. For one to be passionate about history, it must be personal and come alive. For me, it is the traditional musical instrument, erhu, that reflects my love of learning about Chinese history. This perfect medium conveys the grand pageant of our country's history and also expresses the emotions of its people. Chinese traditional music was the catalyst for me to fall in love with our country's history. Originally from the Tang Dynasty, erhu, or the Chinese violin, has a history of over 1,000 years. When playing the famous composition Liang Zhu, the Butterfly Lovers, I became very much fascinated by the stories behind it. Gradually, I came to understand that time when young people fought for the freedom of love and marriage. Interestingly, I also found that at the 1954 Geneva Conference, Liang Zhu was the first Chinese color film shown to the world, and it was a huge success. At that time, Premier Zhou Enlai described it as the Chinese version of Romeo and Juliet. Sadly, at the age of 14, I stopped playing the erhu for a while. You know, like all those restless teenagers, I listened to hard rock and rap songs. My erstwhile friend, erhu, was forgotten in the corner, and my Chinese history books were coated with dust. Then, in the concert, a familiar melody flowed into my ear. It was Liang Zhu, that beautiful song. I was touched. Not until that moment did I know that I was so emotionally with our Chinese culture and history. That day, when I came home, I flicked the dust of my erhu and I reopened my Chinese history books. For thousands of years, we have created stories of our people and composed music of our own. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Chinese historical events that shape our identity. It is the Chinese history that makes us exactly who we are. Since music is such an international language for telling Chinese stories, now I love to play erhu songs to my foreign friends, sharing our Chinese stories and history to the world. Thank you.
Thank you, contestant number 12. Now let's play the last video clip, number 7.
Said walking with a friend in the dark is better than walking alone in the light. Do you agree? Why or why not?
Thank you. In this lovely video, we see the cute friendship among the animals. And actually, I could highly relate to this topic. Yesterday, when I was preparing my speech, nervously and exhaustedly, all the finalists came together and encouraged each other. And at that moment, I felt that I was not alone. I was learning with so many students from all over the country. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I strongly agree with this statement, and I have 2 reasons to support. First of all, working with the friends promotes cooperation and collaboration. The biggest fear in this world is that you have to face the dark alone. You have to face all the questions, all the challenges, and all the difficulties alone. However, things become different if you have a friend to support you. For example, when I was participating in some debate activities, I'd always love to have a partner who I can discuss with and who I can always support. Second, walking with a friend is perfect for idea exchanging. Idea exchanging is so important because it not only reminds us to be proud of our own ideas and thoughts, but also reminds us of the common grounds we all share. We share because we care. China acts in the spirit of win-win cooperation, as Belt and Road Initiative unites over 60% of the world's population. And now we have so many friends in this world, and we do not walk in the dark alone, and we have so many friends to support us. So we share because we care. In conclusion, I would like to have another Helen Keller's quote to support. Alone, we can do little. Together, we can do so much. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Suppose you were the music teacher in your high school. How would you persuade your students to play air horn instead of listening to hard rock and rap songs in their spare time?
Thank you for your question. That's interesting, because music and history and all those Chinese cultural backgrounds has two-way connection. If you fall in love with the music, you will feel the desire to explore more about the Chinese history. And if you get to understand the Chinese history more, you will feel the desire to learn about the music more. So if I were the teacher of our school, I would definitely telling the Chinese stories and teaching them the music at the same time so that they can better combine these two things together. And also, get to understand our own culture does not mean that we are rejecting the foreign culture. We're trying to find a way that better combines the Western music and traditional music. So I've always thinking about creating an international band that combines the Western music and Chinese music. Thank you.
Good morning, contestant number 12.
Good morning.
In your speech, you talked about the cooperation and support of friends. What do you think society can do to help lonely people who don't have the cooperation and support of friends?
Thank you. That is a question, I think, for all of us to consider. How can we encourage people to participate in the collaboration and cooperation? And how can we help the people without friends' support? So I think that's why so many organizations and so many student organizations are trying to do is to help the people find their friends of the same kindred spirit. So I think what we need to do is to build such a platform that people can exchange their ideas and they can find people of their same hobbies. If one is not outgoing, never mind. They can also find the friends who like, for example, like literature, like movies in this platform. If the people is very outgoing, then that's really great. In this platform, they can try to communicate with each other more. So what we need to do is build such an international platform for idea exchanging and for establishing friendship. Thank you.